You know what it is. URMPE with Dave and Jay, where we build while we build. I'm Jay.
Hi,
That's
I'm
my
Dave.
guy over there, Dave. And guess what? It's a SuperSet Sunday. We got my boy John Skywalker in the building.
Salute.
What's good? What's good?
Man, feeling good, getting better every day.
There we go, man. That's what I'm
That's
talking
what's
about,
up.
man. Super positive cat. Super
That's the
positive cat. You know, a lot to learn from this guy, you know. And yo, Skywalker, I call him Skywalker. I usually ask people, you know, what they prefer me to call him, but I just love Skywalker. You know?
Skywalker's on point. Yeah, we good.
Yeah, man. I love that, man. You know, but you know, encountered him through IG. He's an Instagram network. And you know, I just kind of visited his page. We were showing each other love, and I just checked him out. Dope spoken word artist, man. You know, a lot of people think they can do it. But few really breathe that art craft, man. And he does. And then so I saw that he had a link for you know, music. I was like, here we go, another MC. Let me check it out. And I just had real shit. I just had to pay respect to him, man. I didn't want to be no dick rider. I didn't want to be like come across as like, you know, gaslighting or blowing smoke. But I just had to reach out and be like, yo, man, your shit is really dope, man. Like I really felt your shit, man. You know, and just real recognize real, man. So we are so glad.
And you know, and you know the other thing about it, you know the other thing, man. And the positive rap always got the stigma of being, you know, just not, you know, intriguing, not being ripping. But I think on the opposite, it was, like I said, pleasantly surprising, man. I love it, man. I'm a big conscious hip hop head myself, man. I love the message. Love the message, man.
Yeah.
Straight
So
up.
we definitely gonna talk more about your music, man. But let's get into the workout. It's arm day, right, Dave?
Yeah, man. Arm day. All right. So the first the first workout we're gonna alternate between triceps and biceps. And we're gonna do a normal tricep kickback. All right. So I'll show you guys the form here. I'm gonna use some light weights. All right. So it's very simple. Very simple. We've done it here on PE before. So you guys, you know, you loyal followers, man, you already know what's coming. All right. So you're bending over. Okay. You got you're starting in this position here, and you're just basically extending your arms out and feeling that contraction, and then coming back. All right. So the biggest thing with this workout, man, you want to make sure that you keep that elbow at a level plane. You don't want it like flying up. You want to isolate your tricep. Okay.
So like
and then
with the back, yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right in line with the back. Okay. And then the other bicep workout is going to be, so you guys can see me, how I have the dumbbells positioned. So I'm starting this here. So like I said, with your fist towards the camera here or ahead of you, you're going to start in this position, and you're just basically going to curl up. And then you're going to come back down like this. You're going to curl up and then come back down like this. So what this helps is a lot of people neglect hammer curls in their workout. And this is a good way to try to, you know, get that forearm, isolate that forearm a little bit. Well, I won't say isolate, but, you know, incorporate the forearm a little bit in your curl workout, right? It's very important that we get you. It's just called a twist curl. I call it a twist curl.
Right. And check my swag. Check my swag. Am I right here?
All right. Let me see you. Yep. You see how that's different than a normal curl?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So like I said, that kind of helps you develop your forearms as well and incorporate your forearms in the bicep workout. All right. Something that a lot of people overlook, right? They just think that I'm going to get it strong by just doing curls all day. But yeah, that helps out.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Y'all set. Skywalker, your first set with us, buddy. Go ahead and get it.
What's our rep range for this?
Good question. So we're going to do 15, 12, 10, and then a drop 8. All right. And if guys at home don't know what a drop 8 is, it's pretty much right after you do your last set of 10, you're gonna go with a low weight and just rock out 8 real fast, and you'll feel the burn, you know, especially after the heaviest rep you do, the heaviest set you do. So you'll feel that. A lot of people are like, man, you know, I'll go down to like maybe 10 or 20, 25 doing those things, but you'll feel the burn right after you do your heaviest.
Y'all set. And I got a question for you. All right, so last week we talked with Tyke B, little brother Tyke B, about polyamorous relationships, right? Skywalker, he chimed in on the Insta, gave us some real insightful words, right? So that actually sparked a question that I had further, and I want to pose this to y'all. When it comes to monogamy, when it comes to monogamy, are men naturally monogamous, or is this something that we're conditioned into by women? What y'all think? Are men naturally monogamous, or are women teaching us how to be monogamous?
Conditions.
You say condition? Why you say that, Skywalker? Why you say that?
Okay. So I guess I'll do my set after. If we're talking like sexually monogamous, there's no incentive for that. There's no incentive for you to be with one person sexually. So we are socially monogamous. I could say that. And so if we're saying socially monogamous, then that means that we're conditioned to be this way. From an evolutionary perspective, there's like three theories out there, right?
Yeah.
One was that, well, first off, monogamy is centered on the child. So man has sex with woman. This is before we have contraceptives. So man has sex with woman, produces a child. So he's incentivized to be with this woman to protect the child, to nurture the child. So he's going to invest in that woman, make sure she's healthy, make sure she's protected, make sure she's happy. That's going to influence her nurturing towards the child, right? The other theory is that men used to kill babies back then that weren't there.
Yeah.
So
animalistic tactic. Yeah.
Infanticide. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. So it made sense for her to sort of entice him to be with her, but it also made sense for him to be with her, in that sense. So it's like, this is for his child. If he had sex with her, he's going to ensure that she's not cheating, so that he doesn't go around, or so that she doesn't go around getting impregnated by another person. Because again, this is before contraceptives. So if she has sex, it's going to lead to a baby. That man ain't going to want to take care of another child's baby. So unconsciously, we are driven to advance our genetics. Yeah. Cheating, to keep her from cheating, to prevent infanticide. Am I saying that right? Infanticide.
You saying that right?
Then,
you saying that right.
Yeah. And then, so sexually, no. Socially, no. That's something we evolved into. We didn't. We're not like born like that. That's societal. That's cultural. Yeah.
This man, I knew it. I knew this man was gonna do his research.
Hey.
That's what happens when you got a thinking ass brother. Dave, what you say, Dave? What you say?
I go more cultural, right? And I look at like how, we always talking about like generational curses and things that we're passing down consciously and subconsciously. I think as I guess Black males, I definitely agree with the brother, man. Like Brother Skywalker there, man. I think we are conditioned to do so because that's not necessarily how we were bred. Think about it, man. The men were studs back in the day. They were breeders, right? And they were passed on from, plantation to plantation to do so. You understand what I'm saying? And they didn't really have a concept of family, right? They didn't know what that meant. And again, we talked in previous podcasts about post-traumatic stress disorder. And, that's part of it. Like, actually the what is it called? The appropriated adaptations where, people wouldn't want to, shine any light on how good their spouse or their children were. They try to devalue them.
You talking about the post-traumatic slave syndrome. Yeah.
Right. So they wouldn't get, So they wouldn't get sold off, because they were trying to maintain a family, but it was inevitable, right? So I think like as in our culture, we're not necessarily, really, really in tune with being monogamous because of that. I guess it's passed down. And remember I talked about how like the rat was introduced to a certain stimulus. And then, you notice that the offspring would still, I guess, emulate those same responses to the stimulus because it was passed down through the blood. I think with us, actually, that's why you don't see too many whole households, man and woman, taking care of the child because subconsciously they might be in that mindset still, to be breeders, to be, Rolling Stones, So we are conditioned.
I get that. I get with that. So Dave, you took it to slavery. And Skywalker, y'all on the same lines when it comes to being sociological. Absolutely. Social monogamy, right?
Social monogamy. And then we're serial monogamous at that. So even our social monogamy isn't permanent. That's still a conscious decision you have to make every day. If we're saying natural as in biological, No,
Right.
you're not going to be like, okay, I'm programmed biologically to be with this one person. It's a conscious decision you have to make every day. We have emotions.
Oh yeah, you got to work at it.
So okay, before we get there, before we get to working at it, right? Let's talk about women, right? Because I posed a question on purpose about it being men being programmed by women. We're saying it's sociological, right? So in the research, there's one guy who gets a lot of credit for doing research on this, right? I think his last name is Barash, Barash. He's a professor. If I got that wrong, I'll put the right name somewhere down here, right? This dude, he studied monogamy, and what he's saying is that we're not naturally monogamous because animals aren't naturally monogamous. He's saying that primates aren't naturally monogamous. He said like what? It's less than 10% of any mammal species that are monogamous, right? He's saying it's not in us, but that means that women aren't naturally monogamous either.
Right?
Are we in agreement with that?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't want nothing to sign up.